Welcome to my guitar tutorial breakdown of More. This is the theme from Mondo Cane, and I'll be doing, looking at the piano music and just showing you how you can take some piano music and just adapt it to your own solo guitar chord melody. I'll include some links down below the video. I'll go ahead and scan this piano sheet music. I'll put a key of D entire fretboard so you can kind of follow along with the notes. And then I'll also include maybe a link to my playlist for solo guitar chord melody. I've done many of those over the years, solo guitar chord melody. So let me think. There's anything else? Yes. So you'll notice in the beginning I did the arrangement in 2 different octaves. So the thing about the guitar is, so for example, that very first chord at A there at the sheet music, if you were reading guitar music, you would play it like that, C sharp, F sharp, A. But when you're playing piano music, you actually have to, raise it up an octave. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll say the names of the chord voicings that I played, and I'll try to remember what I did, because this is a project that I had sitting on my music stand for quite a while, and then when I was thinking about a project to do for today, I thought, well, I'll do a 1-6-2-5, and I thought, well, I'll do key of A flat because that's my key of the week. And then I thought, well, maybe I can do key of G since that's a little bit easier for guitar players. And then I just glanced this, sitting on my music stand for a while, this idea of taking piano music and adapting it to the guitar. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do a quick run through of this. So first chord, D major 7th. So C sharp, F sharp, A. So if I drop the E down to D, that would give me a really nice voicing there. So, now here I have a D note, but I have a B minor 7th voicing, a B, F sharp, A, D. So I'm not going to say the melody notes here. So E minor 7. So that's just like a regular E minor 7th chord, E, B, D, G. So I'm taking a little liberties with the melody. Okay, then here, if you look at the piano voicing, the piano in the bass clef, it's D, D, G, B, F sharp. Okay, and I think what I did here is I played that triad G, B, E, E triad, and then I think I did C sharp, E. So I can do that. That's a C sharp, like C sharp minor 7 flat 5, and I can drop in the A bass. Okay, next measure, F sharp. Okay, so A, C sharp, F sharp. So there's no root in there. So G. Okay, now notice what I did there. So I'm going up to that B note, and then I'm adding in the other notes, D, F sharp, B, because I know. All right, so what I try to do with my chord melody as much as possible, I do try to let the basses ring. So that's a nice thing about playing things in the key of A, D, E, because the guitar I have a lot of open strings. So this one actually works pretty well on the guitar. So the B minor there, B, so B. Then I'll go here. I'm just playing an E minor chord, E, B, E. Right, and if you look at the top, that voicing there on the piano, E, G, D, and then I'm just using just a standard A7 chord. Continuing on, C sharp, F sharp, A. That actually sounds nice to kind of keep those bass notes there. B minor 7, B, F sharp, A, D. And then here E minor 7th, E, B, G, D, E, B, D, G. Okay, and here's that same voicing again. So you have the G, B, F sharp on top, and then you have that D in the bass. All right, now here I'm taking some liberties. So the way the piano here is just as a C sharp, I'm adding in that E note so I can strum to it. C sharp, E, G, B, E, and I can drop in my A bass. Next measure, F sharp, A, C sharp, F sharp. Okay, then here, okay, so here's that same move. That's kind of a nice move. I'll do that again. So I'll go from the D major 7 chord. Here's that E minor 7th again. So E, B, E, E minor chord, and then I'm just adding the E, G, D on top. Now, when I played to the first demonstration, I kind of got my 4th finger on here, and that was a kind of a mistake because I'm just kind of revisiting this arrangement. So it's taken me a while to kind of get it back under my fingers. So look what I can do here. And then to the F sharp chord. F sharp A, F sharp E, A sharp, C sharp. Okay, then with all these kind of on those fourth beats of this next couple measures with the line cliche, I'm not really exactly playing all those notes. I just kind of paraphrasing the melody. So just standard B minor chord, B, F sharp, B, D. I think I was doing. That's just standard minor 7 with the major 7, minor with the major 7, B, F sharp, A sharp, D. So I'm letting that E ring through, so E with the D. Now I think what I did here, I think I did that chord. And then here, so B minor 6 chord, or I could have done something like this. This is just a little bit more of a stretch. B, F sharp, G sharp, D. There's E minor 7. Just standard E minor 7. Okay, now here, this is just the E9 chord, and that's kind of the voicing in, that's I guess the voicing in the piano. G sharp, D, F sharp, B, and I'm dropping in my low E. Now what I'm choosing to do here, I'm choosing to play my E note here, with the A, C sharp, E, and then that melody. Right, then the A13, I've talked about this chord before. So they have, if you look at the piano, the bass, in the bass you have G, B, C sharp, F sharp, and I'm just dropping into A. That's a 9, and then resolves down to B flat. I'll do a little digression here. So the other idea that I like to put in here is I like to start off with a G major 7 chord. So you have G major 7, so that gives you sus, D goes down to C sharp, B goes down to B flat. That's a move I learned many years ago when I was first getting into jazz. I learned that move. So I'll do it again. So you have an A13 chord, so you have G major 7, resolve the D down to C sharp, resolve the B down to B flat. Okay, continuing onward, so C sharp, F sharp, A, B minor 7, B, F sharp, A, D, then just standard E minor 7, D, G, B, F sharp, and then here I'm going to play C sharp, E, G, B, E, so that's just a C sharp minor 7 flat 5 chord, drop into A, okay, then we had F sharp, A, C sharp, F sharp. Here's that same from before. Here's my E minor. E minor. I'm just playing an E minor chord, and then here, D, F sharp, B minor. There's that B minor with a major 7. So that's just B, A, D, just a kind of like a shell voicing of B minor. That's the B minor 6, B, G sharp, D, E minor 7. So I think here I went standard voicing, and then what they're kind of doing in the piano, they're kind of doing some third intervals there. So I just kind of, in that A ring, which is part of the beauty of playing in this key. So you have ba. All right, so B, D, A, C sharp, and then here I just went to D note, and I just did the kind of the C form, D, F sharp, A, C. Okay, so this particular piano arrangement then does a key change in the E flat. I'm not going to do that today because it kind of doesn't work on the guitar so well. So all I did for my ending, I do D. I'm adding that F sharp on top, and then E flat major 7, E flat, G, B flat, D, G. Okay, and I don't remember if I added in the F sharp bass. So I'll do those last couple chords. So you have so you have D chord, E flat major 7, and then D major 7th, and then I'm dropping in the F sharp. Okay, then the second thing I did was I played the whole thing up a half step. I mean an octave. Okay, so here, so you have C sharp, A, C sharp, F sharp, A. So just a standard D major 7 chord voicing. I think I might have done that. So that's just like a B minor 7 chord with a D. C. Okay, then I think here I went to just standard E minor 7 voicing. Okay, now here I'm going to, so that's a D, G, B, F sharp. That's a G sharp major 7 voicing over that E. And then here, all right, so if you look at the bass, C sharp, G, B, E, right, that's an A9 with an A. Okay, then back to D major 7, D, A, C sharp, F sharp. Now, I did a couple different things here. This is a little bit of a tricky stretch. So the one thing you can do, you can just play B minor like that. And then you can drop in that A sharp easily. Or you can go, that's a little bit harder to do there. And then E minor 7. This is standard E minor 7 chord. And then here, this is kind of the piano voicing B, E, G, D. And then here I'm just doing a standard A7, A, E, G, C sharp. Okay, and then there's a repeat, so a D major 7 voicing. You could also do this voicing, B, F sharp, A, D. That's kind of nice, do that slide up there. So you have a B minor 7th, E minor 7 standard voicing. Here's that G major 7 voicing. So as I'm going here, so notice how I let the low E ring. So that's the kind of nice sound. There's that C sharp, G, B, E, A9 with the low A, D major 7th. Okay, B minor. E minor 7, and here's that same B, E, G, D. Okay, then here A sharp, E, F sharp, D. That's just a standard voicing. And then what I did here, look what that looks like. That kind of looks like the B7 chord. And then if you want to get tricky, see what I did there? So I have so I had F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E, F sharp minor, F sharp dominant. Then I refingered it. Okay, and then I'm barring here to get that G to get the flat 9. Kind of nice. Okay. Okay, so then I did B minor with the D melody. Now, all I'm doing there is I'm just going up to that high E note, adding in the major 7. That's just like B minor 7. I could have done a big bar chord there. Now I thought this was a kind of an interesting discovery. All right, so there I have. So if I did the line cliche, B, do, 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 it's hard for me to reach that E. So if I go here, what I'm going to do here, I'm adding in the same notes, just on different strings. That's kind of nice. See how I'm dropping in that open B. Then E minor 7, just standard bar chord with the added D. Now this is kind of hard to grab here. So this is the same chord just played up an octave. G sharp, D, B, D, B. Okay, now here I'm just playing just like an A chord. Do, do, do. C sharp, E, A, F sharp, E, and then I do that scale run. All right, so what I decided to do here, rather than doing this voicing here, I'm just doing the same device here. B, resolving down, or I could also do the same thing. I can do D major 7 there, a G major 7, So sa, resolve D to C sharp, resolve to B to B flat. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Continuing at letter C, standard voicing. E minor 7, standard voicing. Here's the G major 7. And then here's that E9, A9 with the opens, a standard voicing. Okay, here I'm just barring across, hitting the B, and then I'm hitting the B minor triad. There's E minor 7th. All right, so there I'm getting my third finger ready for that, for this. So the other thing I thought was kind of interesting here is to play. What was I doing here? So E was to play this chord. It's play a F sharp, E, C sharp, G sharp, and that way I can resolve down to that flat 9. So E minor. I have this chord. Kind of a nice sound. Oh, I jumped octaves. Sorry. So that's still a cool move there. There's that same move from before. Bar in there. B minor there. Sharp, natural. That's the same. There's that G sharp, D, F sharp, the B minor 6 on bottom. E minor 7. Okay, so then I have 9, and then the third interval is B, D. Okay, and then here, a lot of different things I could have done here. I didn't do this in the intro. I think I was going like, that would be kind of nice there. So just go up with the third finish. So yeah. So just going up with the 6 intervals, or I can do like that kind of resolution to the E flat. So okay, this is the standard D chord, open D, D, F sharp, D. Okay, now I'm just going to go to B flat, E flat major 7. E flat, G, D, and then I think I went up to here. So open, A, C sharp, F sharp. Okay, so that's the basic arrangement. I'll talk briefly about this intro. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with the intro. So the very first chord, so you have the D in the bass, then you have D, F sharp, A, C sharp. Okay, but I'm not putting my E in there. Or you could play D, E. That's kind of nice too. Okay, then the next chord is kind of one of these big stretched F sharp, A, C sharp, E. But how am I going to get my B note? So I can maybe hit it. First, something like that, or I can leave out the F sharp. That's a possibility. And then the E minor 7, I've done this before, E, G, B, D, right? And this is the chord that we've been using, G, E, G, B flat, C sharp, F sharp. Okay. So the other thing you can maybe do here is you can go, so there's that a D and E, and then maybe throw in the rest of the chord. Now this is kind of a tricky. Let me see if I can remember what I was doing here on the. Oh yeah, so you're gonna grab the C sharp and the F sharp. Here's the second measure, and then you're gonna bar these two. That's a nice chord: B, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Okay, then this chord is the same. Here's that Johnny Smith type chord: E, G, B, D. Okay, and then the G, G. Okay, so that's just a couple ideas with the intro. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for today. I'm not going to do an ending improvisation because this is just more of a chord melody thing. So Actually, no. Maybe what I'll do just for giggles, I'll just do a 1-6-2-5 because that was my original idea when I first got this idea. So I'm just going to play, D major 7, B minor, E minor 7, A7, and just kind of make up a kind of a melody, a simple melody, not necessarily with this song. So thanks for listening and watching. And have fun with this, and look for all the different links below the video.